It's time to look at another board game today with the Board Game Man. My name is Jamie Cloninger. Today we're going to go back to 2009, One Up by Family Games. And it looks like it won an award. It was the Creative Toy Awards 2009 Preferred Choice Award. Woo! So how about we go to the gamers table and I'll show you how to play. Okay, everyone, welcome to the Gamers Table. Here is the board for One Up. You can see it's actually really nice. Pretty good solid wood there. You flip it over, it has little legs on the bottom, so it sits right on the table. And so it's actually very nice looking. I really like the way this looks. Now what you're going to do is, here are the little playing pieces, and they have little bearing balls and ball bearings, inside. And they kind of roll around and so on. So what you're going to do is you're going to set this up. Let's see, we'll do it this way, where any color cannot be adjacent to each other, so they cannot be touching. So the best way to do it is to alternate the colors. So you're going to go like yellow, purple, and you'll do red, green, and so on, as long as they're not adjacent to each other. And then we'll go yellow, and yellow. So that's pretty much how you'll set it up. So every other color, and so on. That's probably the best way to do it. That way, none of them are next to each other. And then you're going to be left with this black one. The black one is your counter. So you're going to put that in 1. And that's going to be the first round. Now, the object of the game is you're trying to get 4 in a row. So you can either go diagonally, you can go up and down, horizontally, vertically, or, which I think is a pretty cool addition too, is you can actually get all 4 in these corners, which are called the access corner squares. So say you end the game where you have 1 in each of these access squares, you can win the game that way too. So that's a pretty cool way of winning the game. So you can either do 4 in a row, or you can do that as well. So I just wanted to show you that. None of these pieces can start in any of the access squares. All 16 have to be in the middle. So you can't do that. Now how you start is we're in round 1. So that means each player is going to move 1 spot. We'll just say red and green. You know, red is player 1 and green's player 2. We'll just make it that easy. But you can move any of these at any time. You can move your opponent's. You can move your own. You can move one that's not a player, because it is a 2 to 4 player game. So you can have 1 player for each color. That would be really wild. But we're just doing a 2 player on this one. Just make it. I'll show you a few moves. That way you get a gist of what it is. It's not that difficult. It's very easy. So each player, the red player is going to move once, and the green player is going to move once. So let's say red goes, okay, there's my 1 move. Green says, okay, I'm going to move up here. End of round 1. Very simple, right? Then you go to 2. So now each player makes 2 moves. All right? So let's just say he's going to go 1 and 2 for red. And then green's going to say, okay, let me make 2 moves here. Let's go 1 and 2. Okay, so he does 2. So that's the end of round 2. Now you're going to go to round 3. So now you're going to make 3 moves each. So red's going to go, okay, let's see. How about if I do this? We'll go 1, 2, and 3. And then green goes, okay, let me see what I want to do here. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And that's the end of that round. So now you go to 4. So now each player moves 4 spaces. So here comes green. Red's the first player. So red will move next. Red's going to say, okay, how about I go 1. Actually, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then green's going to move 4. So green's going to go, okay, let's say 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on. You can go vertically, you can go horizontally, but you cannot do diagonally. Just to let you know, I don't think I mentioned that earlier. So you cannot move diagonally. So now you move on to 5. So now you're going to do 5 moves each. So let's say we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That was kind of a dumb move. Put that back. 4, 5. And then now green's going to move to try to get what he can move here. So let's do, yeah, it gets pretty crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And let's see. Well, that was red actually, so that should have been 6. But anyway, so after you do both sides do 5, then you move over to 6. So 6. Let's say red has 6 moves now to try to get his 4 in a row. So he'll probably go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now green has 6 moves. So green's going to go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's getting there. And after that, then you move on to 7. So now each player has 7 moves. So then he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now green has 7 moves. So green's going to say, okay, well, I bet I can do something about that. I'm going to go 1, 2, let's see how I can do this. 3, 4, oh man, I messed up. 5, 6. It's pretty crazy. It actually hurts your brain after a while. And now each player does 8 moves. So now it's up to 8. So now he's going to say, okay, well, let's see what I can do here. Let me see if I can move this purple out of the way here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then now the green has 8 moves that he can do. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. And green wins the game with 4 in a row. There you have it. So that's pretty. Now you can get the 4 in a row in the access square. So just want to let you know that. So it doesn't have to be in here. As long as you get 4 in a row, you've got the game. And there, my friends, is how you play 1-Up. And there you have it, 1-Up by Family Games. What I really like about this game, I think is really cool, is the ball bearings, so that you can actually roll them back and forth, which is actually really, really cool to do. And not only can you win by having 4 in a row, but you can actually have all 4 of yours in the access corner squares. That's pretty sneaky. That would be a really cool way to win. Just kind of, okay, I put 1 in that corner. I'm going to put the 1 in that corner, and I'll just kind of sneak down here and put that. I think that's awesome. I think that's really cool. So not just, okay, 4 in a row, you win. You can actually have all 4 access corner squares and still win the game that way. So that's really cool. I have never heard of this game before. If you have, or better yet, if you own the game, comment down below. I'd be very interested to see if maybe I've been living on, on the moon for too long or something. I never knew this game. I never even heard of it. So I was kind of excited. I like these off-the-wall different games that you just don't see every day. And when I saw this, I had to drive up there and get it from her. And, of course, it was from Facebook Marketplace, my favorite place to go. But if you enjoyed the episode, click on the like button down below, and I'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, click on that subscribe button down below along with that notification bell. That way you're notified of any future episodes. And until next time, happy gaming!